A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the ground, it's Brooks to start the drive. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Young. Oh, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. Inside the 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Now the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And running with power here. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he's going to go down again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again, 3rd and long now. Young going to give to Brooks. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The slot man in motion right. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That good for 22 and a first down.
As always, no rooting interest here, but that was pretty, wasn't it? To see him break through and then pick up his stride.
Yeah, the guy carrying the ball loves it. I think the O-line, they might like and take more satisfaction out of those runs than anybody else, though, right?
Without a doubt, because they're the ones that often have created it.
Now McCarthy. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. And the Vikings at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
They'll give this to Akers running right. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down, stopped at the Panthers' 24. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Throwing is McCarthy. And that is incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll run for it with Akers. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They're able to keep the drive alive 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. 46 yards rushing for him now to this point. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been...
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Cam Akers, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Vikings have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Got an open man. It's Washington. And they'll get to him right away at the 40. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Young now. His throw incomplete.
Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings.
They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
They're in the bottom 10 in the league. I mean, when you look at their talent, you would think that they'd be much better. Overall, I don't think there's any question you'd have to say that they've underachieved.
Young to throw it. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Vikings are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. McCarthy operating from the gun. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Forced out to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. The Vikings send out their punter. Back deep, Rashid Shaheed. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Young.
Now a short pass pulled in by Washington.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Brooks. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Young to throw it.
Now a short pass pulled in by Washington.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Here is Young.
There's a short throw caught by Sanders.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive, there he hits the reliable target.
And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Now Young. And this one is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th. Again, it's Young. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here.
2nd down and a yard. They run out of the gun with Brooks here.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Young. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Now Young on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers. Now he's loose up the left sideline. He's got a full head of steam. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
A give up the middle to Akers.
That's some strong running. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Here's a 2nd and 5. To the air with McCarthy. He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield.
And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
This time they stay on the ground. Shreds him with a stiff arm.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit.
There he goes, right side. Down the sideline he goes.
Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Vikings would extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. It gets this complete to Shaheed.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Here's McCarthy.
Flushed out right.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
He misses yet again, and the struggles here, they look pretty uncharacteristic for him.
You're certainly right about that. Mechanics are the key right now. Feet, arm, not in sync at all. He ends up throwing that one past his receiver that's open.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. You know, it's great to be a Pro Bowl quarterback, all-pro wide receiver. Those guys get all the endorsements. But we've seen a lot of guys carve out a great career as a special teams ace.
And it's one of the most important parts of the game. We can talk offense and defense all we want, but the third phase, special teams, that can be the difference between winning and losing. And how about the big play created here? Big-time effort, and that can help his team.
Second straight week, he's forced to fumble.
They'll run on first down with Akers.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. From the shotgun, McCarthy.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Again, it'll be Akers.
And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. So their move is to decline that so they don't get another second down. It'll be 3rd.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their third down defense, right?
Absolutely.
Whether it's a sub package or nickel package, whatever they want to run out there, they feel like they can defend here on third down.
Third and goal, McCarthy.
Fighting to stay upright. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. This just 32 yards officially from the right hash. And his kick is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles, if they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback. Young is intercepted for the third time this game. He's on his way. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the right hash, this from 33. And his kick is indeed good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the... Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Looking to throw, Young. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Eluding the pressure right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Young will set to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. To throw, Young. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
Bryce Young,
his third touchdown now on the year.
And the Panthers are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead now down to 20. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers. He'll take this to the 46.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now we've got movement up front. And I think this is going to be on Minnesota. Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
Looking to throw. McCarthy. Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On play action. Now McCarthy.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The sack goes to Chris Barnes.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Vikings pick up the football.
It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the third phase, but you see here it can be the first phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Cam Akers.
His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Vikings look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
And he certainly played a pivotal role with those two TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Oh, Young loses it. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
Out of the gun, it's Young.
That'll be taken in by Shaheed.
It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. Third down, Young from the gun. hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now here's Young. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
It'll be Young again. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Carolina. Deebo Samuel, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Panthers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead now down to 20. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And incomplete on the deep ball.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Vikings on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Flushed out right. Past the 20.
He will have the first down and a bit more.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Now with that, they could elect to take the ball at the 1 if they wanted.
Yeah, exactly right. They have options here. If they decide now to go for 2 after the penalty, the ball doesn't go to the 2-yard line as normal. They get the penalty, so that's half the distance. You put it at the 1. But if they decided they wanted to kick, they would just move the ball from the 15 to the 10, and they would kick it there.
Extra point right down the middle. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, They do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing, Young. To the right side and complete to Washington. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Young to throw it. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. They'll throw again. Young. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. That one complete to Leggett. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here. Young. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now Young. Eluding the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. And the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 15. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. They have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way, and plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 121 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries. They'll go again here with Akers. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Minnesota, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.